Hello, YouTube. This is Jerry D in Tennessee again. Well, I have an update on a couple of my investments here. Uh, if you've been following crypto and stuff, everything's been kind of up and down and all around, and cryptos. I mean, even Bitcoin's down quite a bit from what I had been, which is kind of depressing to look at, but. Even SHIB's down. SHIB's down pretty low. So we look at SHIB for the day, and it's 0.000294. So I'm still in SHIB. I'm holding for the long term. It's been up, this past year. I believe it's going to go up some more. It's been a lot of good, bad news. It just depends on who you listen to. There's some people just spreading, talking bad about SHIB, and there's some people talking good about SHIB. So I'm just going to ride it out and see where it goes. I think it's in the top 20 cryptos out of over 6,000 different tokens and cryptos. So I think there's more tokens and cryptos than that now. There's been more added, but it's one of the more popular cryptos or tokens that people's talking about. So in places like Lowe's and different places are talking about accepting this currency for purchases. So we shall see what happens. To me, I've said it in previous videos, I feel like we're already digital. This crypto is just a way to make money digital. And if you're using debit cards and you're using credit cards and you're paying more for with credit cards and debit cards for stuff than you are just taking actual physical cash out of your wallet, you're already digital. It's just a matter of time. This is where we're going. This is probably the future. And the U.S., the U.S. has talked about considering creating its own crypto, and that's probably what will happen if we adopt crypto as a currency. The U.S. is going to try to get in on it and try to create its own U.S. dollar coin, and use that. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. Anyway, somebody had asked me about OREAF. I am still in this. I'm in the red right now. I'm actually over $1,000 in the red right now on this crypto. Or not crypto, this stock, this penny stock. So I got back in. I got into this. Why is this not showing? Let's go 6 months. There we go. So back in September, it was starting to go up, and I got in here, right in here. So now I'm in the red, and it started coming up the past couple of weeks. Let's go look at the month. Yeah. So it started coming back up, and I kind of got hopeful for it. So it got up to like 13 cents a share, and then it started coming back down again. And part of that is there's been some news released. They provided an update on the golly, my tongue tied. Forgive me. Gold deposit mining titles. Okay, they're trying to renew these permission to continue mining. And the Court of France was going to hear a final appeal. So that's been in the news about them. So then they had news about it being denied, and I feel like it's part of why that the stock started going back down. The anticipation people were looking to hear that they got approved, okay, for the renewal for these mining rights. my suspicion is why the stock started going up. People were buying into it. So, I'll leave links in the description, but that's part of the recent, I believe, the recent reason why the stocks went down even after it started looking promising and started going up. This is part of the reason, I believe. It's usually bad news can affect and will affect stocks as well as good news. But see, now they've released another one. They commenced drilling program on Maripol Gold Project in French Guiana. So they got approval. So here's some good news, and this was released 3 days ago. This is January 17th, 2022, and this news was released Friday, January 14th, 2022, in the afternoon, 1:49 p.m. So 10,000 meters of diamond drilling have been approved by the state services in Maripol. 14 drill holes for 2,140 meters are planned as an initial investigation by OREAF of the promising Changement Gold Zone. Changement with 1,000 meters of drilling to be completed this January and February. The initial program consists of 5 drill hole fences at 200 to 250 meters north-south spacing, which will test a 1,050 meter strike extent of the Changement gold mineralization trend, as defined by historical drilling and surfaces by sampling by OREAF. Drill pad and access road construction was completed, and the drilling contractor has mobilized the equipment on site for an anticipated start date of January 15th, which was 2 days ago. So there's some good news. So we shall see what's going to happen this week. Will we start seeing an upward trend? It kind of looks level today. I wasn't in the stock market today. I didn't look at the stocks, or any of the movements. This was a holiday. I've been off. I've been taking care of trying to get some stuff done around the house. So tomorrow's another day, and we might take a look at it and see what happens. I'm still down in the red, so I'm going to hold as long as I'm in the red. We shall see. Will it go to the moon? I'm not going to say it will. I'm not going to say it won't. Only time will tell. It just depends on the investors. When people start buying and selling into this, that's what's going to determine the price in the end. So we'll see what happens. If they release big news, about hitting one of their mining operations hits a pretty big payload, I expect the stock's going to shoot up. It's going to get some attention. So we shall see. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold. I'm long term in this stock, and you just don't know. You take a chance anytime you buy the stocks. I don't know. I talked about this stock back in September, and it was on up, like I said, when I went back. Let's go back. So I was expecting it to go on up, and instead it's been slowly stair-stepping down. So it looks like there's a promise of it going back up right in here. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it'll go back up. I'm just being patient. Sometimes this is a waiting game. This is a marathon. You just gotta kind of wait it out and see what happens. And anything's a risk as far as stock market or crypto. SHIB's down as well as other crypto tokens and coins. So we shall see what the rest of the year holds. I mean, we're into a new year, and we've had a pandemic for the past 2 years, which is crazy. People's lost jobs because of the sickness. It's been hard on the economy. Been hard on a lot of people. So I'm looking for things to turn around. You know, every time the stock market goes down, they talk about this is this is the worst crash we've seen, and yada yada yada, and go on, and then somehow the stock market miraculously comes back up, comes back to life, and things kind of stable out, and that's what I'm looking for to do. So we'll see. I hadn't made a video in a while. I've just been, a lot of my stuff's been down that I've been watching. And I'm just kind of just sitting and waiting on a lot of stuff. I'm not going to talk about, people's been running AMC in the ground. They've been talking about AMC so much. But if it's not doing anything, let's look at AMC. Let's look at AMC. We'll do it on this screen. AMC's down. They were talking about this short squeeze, but, I mean, it's done well in the past year, but we're getting down into the 20s now, or we had been up in the 60s. Well, let's go on out. 3 months, 6 months. We was higher than that, wasn't we? 51. I thought this stock got up higher than that. That's kind of weird. Year to date, 1 year. Let's do that. All right, here we go. The high was 72. So 72 is the highest it's got, and we're down to $20 a share. So anything's a gamble. Hopefully, you got to play this stuff smart. It's wise to put, if you're going to invest money that it won't hurt you financially if you lose it, because you got to realize you can lose on these investments, and people don't tell you that. They've been hollering at AMC to the moon and short squeeze, and it's going to be $1,000 a share, and well, it's not. It's been dragging out over a year, so. Can it go back up? Sure, it can go back up, but it's going to depend on the people. If you can see the activity, everybody's burnt out. It's been in the news so much that the volume trading is down from what it had been. You don't see way back in here when you had this spike. Look at all this where the volume is right here, and then we drop down 2332. 23 million volume here on 11/17 versus 766 million on volume. I mean, that's a big difference. Volume is way down on AMC compared to where it started. So, I think a lot of people's burnt out on it. A lot of people's probably gotten out of it. And that's just my thoughts, and I'm not telling anybody to get out of it. If you believe in the stock, stay in it. AMC's a real company. They have theaters all over the place, and they're showing, they've been reporting some good returns off of the previous recent movies that's been released. So if you're in it, I beg you, don't sell for a loss, okay? Just go in here and just hold on to it and wait, and over time, it may come back up. I don't know how much, there's so many different conflicts on what people are saying about the stock. It's hard to know who you can believe and who you can't believe. Like I said, you just kind of just have to watch the price. When it was first in the media, back in here, we had this first spike, and Wall Street Bets first brought attention to it and started talking about it on Reddit. It started just making this climb up. What was the price down here? It was like $3 a share, and then it jumped like quick to like 20 right here. And And it got a little attention right there when they first started talking about it. Dropped a little bit. But the more people were talking about it on social media and YouTube channels and stuff, the price started going up. And a lot of this is probably the fear of missing out. FOM, fear of missing out. So everybody buying in caused the price to go up because people were taking the ask price to get into the stock. And you see somebody made some money right here. You see this red line right here. Somebody sold. There were 660 million shares sold right there. There were 705 million shares bought there. But right here's another 598 million shares sold. There was money made right here in June. There was people made some money right there in June, and as you can see right here, people dumped right there at that peak when that price went up. They were in the green. They're like, I'm getting out. They sold. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's black right there, and red and green. You can see they sold out. So some people sold, and some people are still holding. The price is still up from what it was a year ago. It's way up from what it was a year ago. So it's potential for it to go back up, is my thoughts. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a hold for long term. I mean, sometimes you got to look at some of this stuff as a long term investment. You know, kind of like putting your money in your index funds in your retirement. How long do you hold them? If you start in your 20s, you're holding them what, for 30 years? So a lot of this investing is patience. And it takes some patience. And if you watch it every day and it's red, it's like, well, what I did, I was doing stuff around the house today. My oldest boy come over to visit me today and give me some news. I'm going to be a granddad. And, you know, you just got to walk away from it. Sometimes that's the best way to handle it and keep from getting emotional about stuff. When you're in the red, sometimes you just go read a book, go running, go bike riding, mountain biking, whatever you do to get, you know, your mind off of work and stuff. Go and do something enjoyable and relaxing. Get it off your mind for a little bit, and then come back later and look at it. And keep an eye on it, but it's just not wise to just dump and sell at a loss. You know, sometimes you just gotta hold stuff for a while and wait for it to mature, as I've said in some previous videos. So hopefully these are words of encouragement. But if you look at everything as a whole, I mean, there's a lot of stocks that are down now, and like I said, a lot of the crypto's down right now. SHIB's down. I didn't expect SHIB to get as low as what it is now, but you know, it is what it is. I'm in it. I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to ride it out. We're going to see what happens with SHIB. Just like, you know, so there's some of these other stocks. So, you know, just like this mining company, OREAF, I'm in it as well. And like I said, I'm in the red. I'm $1,000 in the red. I'm going to hold it and see what happens. And hopefully the good news will outweigh their bad news that they've received. And it's just like 88 Energy. I'm waiting on 88 Energy to, release a report that they've shipped out so many barrels of oil and production's good, and they're getting good results from their mine operation where they're drilling for oil. As soon as some news like that hits, I think 88 Energy is going to take off. So that's just my 2 cents. So, you know, sometimes you got to walk away from this stuff. If you're watching it every day and you're in the red, you're going to give yourself ulcers. And you got to try to keep yourself positive and realistic as far as your prices on your investments. Please, 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 if you can at all help it, don't sell at a loss. Okay? I mean, if it's money that you've invested and you don't care if you lost it, I mean, it's your business if you want to sell, but me personally, I'd rather sit on it and wait for it to come back up, because all stocks go up and down over time. So, let's see. Go back. So, all stocks go up and down. You see that? That's not a straight across line. Up and down. I mean, sometimes it's higher highs, sometimes it's lower lows, but it continues to move. The price continues to move. As long as somebody's trading in the stock, it continues to move. My suspicion is all they need is a good press release talking about they've hit a good payload and this stock will take off. Right now, it's a cheap stock. That's probably where I'm setting at. No, at the close today, it was 10 cents a share. So that's a cheap stock to get into. It's a mining company. It's a real company, and they are releasing press releases and keeping investors informed on what's going on. So that being said, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you checking out my video. I appreciate everybody that supports my channel. Please hit that like button, and that'll push it out and this information out to more people, and possibly get more people interested in this stock and SHIB and some other stocks I talk about. So that's how, again, I spoke about this in a previous video. That's how you help a stock. You see some good news or some positive news about the stock, get out on Twitter and share it on Twitter. You see a tweet, somebody tweets something good about it, retweet that tweet and say, in case you missed this or whatever, or do the $sign OREAF and check this out. Or, you know, that's how you get the word out and get people interested. More people talk about it. It's just like AMC. There's been so many people talking about AMC. That's why I spiked back in June. So, yeah, it's just the nature of this stuff. Anyway, I hope everybody's had a good start of the week. I hope they've had a good, if you were off for Martin Luther King's birthday. This was a holiday today, January 17th, 2022. Remember Brother Martin and all that he's done for our country. There's a reason we have this holiday. You know, there's a lot of people in history that we've had this done good that we need to remember and just try to have the same attitude some of these people have, just to do good for others. Help change for good. Help society, you know, help other people. We need to be a society that help each other. Not hurt, not try to hinder or anything like that. Try to help each other. That's what we should be doing. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. I appreciate it if you've watched this video this long. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video. And hopefully this will be a profitable week for you. Again, don't use any money you can't afford to lose. Keep what's important, okay? Keep your lights on. Keep a roof over your head. Keep food on the table. Keep clothes on them kids. Don't let those kids run around naked. I'm telling you. We don't want those kids. Cold outside. Don't let them run around without any clothes on. All right. So that being said, I'm going to let you go, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye. Hey, thanks for coming by. Glad you checked out the video. Hope you liked it. If you like it, please click on the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye. Bella's got to be right up under me, don't you, Bella? Oh, my word. cloudy day. Looks like it may rain. Clouds out over the valley. East Tennessee Valley. And Bella, she's just happy to be around.